Give me 3 good reasons why people should come to Moldova, even for a trip, not just to move. What is it?
Okay. The people are incredibly welcoming. You will not meet a kinder people, a people more willing to cook you home cooked meals, to provide you with homemade wine. It's also incredibly cheap, which is nice as a traveler to come.
Value for money is big, yeah?
Exactly, exactly. And it's just not at all what you would expect. Either you don't know what Moldova is, you've never heard of it, and that's a great reason to come, or you have. But even if you've heard of it, it's not at all what you expect it to be.
Bine ați venit! Welcome to Magical Moldova. Right there we have the Arc de Triomphe. It's not just in Paris or in Bucharest, the capital of neighboring Romania, that you will find an Arc de Triomphe. They also have one here in Moldova's capital. Now, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word Moldova? Maybe you're going to draw a blank. Maybe you've never been in these parts, but this country is super famous for its amazing wines. And that is one thing that you can really do and enjoy here on a beautiful summer's afternoon before you decide to live it up large and party hard in Magical Moldova's capital, Chisinau. So, with that said, let's get into when the weather is beautiful and live it up here in crazy Chisinau. Hai să mergem!
Tsar Experience.
Mihaela.
Yes.
Mihaela din Chisinau, din Moldova. Super. So you were telling me that you live in France,
I live in France.
but
I
you
live
actually
here.
prefer Moldova.
Yeah, I do.
Can you tell me why a little bit? Why would you prefer? Like, think about it. We have a blonde. You're 20 years of age. You
Yeah,
told
I'm
me.
20 years of age.
You've spent 10 years in France, is that?
Almost 10. I have 8 years.
You live in Paris,
Yes, in Paris.
and you prefer Chisinau, Moldova.
It sounds so stupid, I know. Even my parents don't believe it, if you want to believe me or not. Every time I come here and I'm like, I want to stay here. They were like, why? Just why?
What things do you prefer in Chisinau compared to Paris?
Food.
Yeah, I agree.
I love food.
But you know, people are not going to believe you, Mihaela,
I
that
know.
Moldovan food is better than French food. They will not believe you.
It is. You try sarmale. You have maliga. You have everything here.
Okay. So nightlife in Paris versus nightlife in Chisinau.
This is a bit controversial because I love it there, I love it here. It's different. The only thing I don't like there is that it's too crowded.
Yeah.
It's really crowded. It's really, really crowded. Although here is crowded as well, it's different.
It's maybe a little less stressful here.
It's less stressful, less anxiety. It's better.
French guys or Moldovan guys? Mihaela, tell me, you're hesitating. Which are better?
A hard question.
Yeah?
Moldovan.
Yeah?
Moldovan.
Right, yeah.
Moldovan
And I
guys.
say this is an Irish guy, to be clear.
Moldovan.
I'm not a Moldovan citizen or anything.
The education.
Yeah? Wow.
What mothers educate boys to do.
Okay, so it's about your manners, your etiquette, the way you treat women.
It's about how you treat women.
Okay.
At first, when I was younger, I would always look to look like at the physical appearance.
Uh-huh.
I grew up and I understood that has nothing to do with love. It's here. It's the
Okay.
personality.
So that should be a lesson to every guy who's watching this video who thinks that you need to be handsome to get beautiful
No,
women.
honestly, handsome, if the personality and the heart is good, it's good enough for me.
Okay, so a little bit more of a technical deep dive. What things do you appreciate? Do you appreciate intellect, status? Is money important to you?
What I like is just a man who respects what I like and what I need. A man that doesn't insist, and a man that just like knows my worth.
So, from my point of view, just to talk to the camera for a
Yeah,
second,
go on.
what she's saying is she doesn't like guys who are needy. So needy in English means guys who want something from the girl. They're desperate for it. So normally they want her
Yeah.
validation, they want her physicality,
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
her intimacy, right? So I think what a mistake a lot of guys make is that they see a pretty girl, right? So we have Mihail here, obviously, right? I'm sure in Paris, so many guys are gonna be like, wow,
Yeah.
wow, regarde là, c'est une belle fille. But they're then gonna be very like needy with you.
Just literally, just be nice.
Wow,
win
she
the
says better than me.
heart.
I'm gonna stop speaking here. Mihail is a lot more interesting, I think.
Well, he's really nice. Subscribe to him.
You girls are born here in Chisinau, Moldova?
Yeah, we both were born in Ireland. No, just me in Ireland, her in Moldova. I was born in Moldova, but I've lived in Ireland for 8 years.
Wow, okay, Ireland for 8 years. So we met here tonight at this kind of party. And I think I'm the only non-Moldovan at the party, to be honest. I didn't see anyone else who didn't look Moldovan. So, describe the differences for you girls in nightlife in Moldova versus Ireland.
So if I would describe the nightlife in Ireland versus the nightlife in Moldova, I would say that this is more my vibe. The music is a much different. What would you say? I would say that Moldovan clubs are much better than in Ireland.
I agree with that 100%.
Utopia, guys, come here.
Yeah.
Every night. Everyone should come in Moldova and party all night. Yeah, I think Moldovan clubs doesn't compare with anything.
I see Moldovans have more of a party spirit, more dancing.
Exactly.
Music
More
is maybe a bit
dancing,
cooler as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's also my impression,
Yes.
right?
That what I would say as well is that Ireland clubs are more for foreign people, but the music is not so good in that's in here.
Okay.
So I would say Moldova clubs are the best, and we come here for the clubs.
Tell me, really candidly and honestly, which do you prefer, living in Denmark or living in Moldova?
100% Moldova. I thought so since roughly the first half year of moving into Denmark, and then each year it just got, reassured more that Moldova is better.
Why? What does Moldova have over
Oh,
Denmark?
the people, the countries, the city, the life in general. I feel like streets there are pretty empty. Maybe during the weekends they're like fuller, but most of the time it's pretty empty. So I like that Moldova seems more lively.
Okay, a lot more lively is the place. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think people are friendlier in Denmark or in Moldova?
I'd say Moldova. Even when I went out at nights or evenings in Denmark, people here are more talkative, they're more lively. I think in Denmark it's only foreigners that tend to be more talkative, but yeah.
Okay, so Danes are pretty reserved.
Yeah, they are. It's hard to make friends with
so someone who is skeptical is going to say, well, the economy in Denmark is really, really strong, right?
I mean, yeah, it is. But I personally, because I also work there, I got the student, how do you call it? Not a loan. It's called student loan in Danish. It's a burs in Romania.
It's you can say burs, or no, you can say better stipend.
Yeah, stipend.
Or a grant.
Yeah, the student grant. You get that one only if you work, and you have to work an insane amount of hours. Well, not insane, but it's really tough to get the student grant there. Economy-wise, Denmark is way better, yeah, but then it doesn't really make up for all the other aspects. If
Okay,
you want to
interesting.
live there just because you want to have money, sure, but if you want to actually enjoy life,
You
no.
think come to Moldova to enjoy life.
yeah.
So if you're actually planning to come here to Moldova, I have a very important resource that you can go and purchase in the description to this video, and that is my Insider's Guide to Magical Moldova. So not only is it going to give you a brief overview of Moldovan history and contemporary Moldova and the logistics, how to stay safe, even though this country is not particularly dangerous, to be frank. Most importantly, you're going to get my hospitality guide to Crazy Chisinau, so all my favorite cafes, restaurants, shisha lounges, cocktail bars, nightclubs. This took a lot of groundwork, and I had a ball doing the research for this hospitality guide, and it will save you literally months of going and having to try everything out to figure out which are the best spots for you, or at least for me. And if you're a big fan of my channel, then you probably have reasonably similar tastes. Also, I have gone to around 10 vineyards already in Moldova. I've gone to some of them several times, and I also give you my insider tips for the vineyards because this country has amazing wineries and really tasty wine. So if you're into that, that's also going to be a great resource for you. So down below in the video description, you can go and purchase that. There is a link, follow the link, and you'll get access to my Insider's Guide to Magical Moldova. Hai să mergem!
SAR Experience.